You crazy mother.
Welcome back, everyone, here to the Broadcasting Network. This is an iRacing event of the ECR Elite Championship Racing League. They are doing the Lucas Oil 125 tonight here at Phoenix. 125 laps, chase race number 6. This is the final elimination race. The final 4 will move on to Miami for the final championship of the Pit Stop Design Truck Series for the 2017 season. And tonight, it will just be me in the booth unless somebody wrecks out. Told them anybody can come in, but Todd's having some technology issues, I should say, and will not be able to make it tonight. But it is 66 degrees on the track and in the air, 35% humidity. It is 6.48 kilometer wind speed. So I do believe we have 20 people racing here tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look at the current grid. Number 76, Justin Michael. The number 88, John Cottle. Number 08, Braden Ames. Number 37, Andrew Melvin. Number 93, Hank Allen. The number 6 of Josh Sheets. Number 2 of Joshua Susi. Number 80 of Bubba May. Number 31 of Douglas Hess. Number 61 of Josh Mayu. Followed by the 46 of Ed Adams. 68 of Rob Haynes. 06 of Jeffrey Smith. 85 of Jonathan Whalen. 78 of Trey Davis. 83 of Will Proulx. 51 of Jamison Miller. 72 of 72 of Jason O'Connor. 33 of Daniel Reese. And 45 of Jeremy Marison. So that is your 20 trucks competing here tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look at the chase standings real quick. And unfortunately, due to weather, I did not have power last week. We had a huge hurricane, the remnants of a hurricane, come up and wipe out pretty much 75% of Maine with power. So unfortunately, you guys did not see the Texas truck race last week, but Justin Michael was your winner last week, locking himself into the championship of 4. So right now, it is him and Douglas Hess currently locked in. Right now, Andrew Melvin and Josh Sheets are 3rd and 4th, and Will Proulx and Jason O'Connor are 5th and 6th. Jason has to have a very good finish here tonight in order to move on, and I do believe Will has to as well. Neither of them have to win, but a win from either of them would definitely lock them into the championship. Right now we're watching Justin Michael put down a hot lap. See where that brings him out here. Oh, that's no good. Just a quick reset, see if we can find anyone else qualifying out there. Will Proulx out there in that $83 General. See where he can find himself in position. So these guys tonight, I was talking with them, they can run about 39-40 laps on fuel. If they manage their stuff well, they can maybe stretch it a little bit if they're not as hard on their truck. But we're looking at roughly 4 pit stops, so it's really not bad here. They're gonna have to short pit at least once. So right now, Will is currently in 7th. Jason, let's see, going back. Oh, Andrew Melvin's getting back out on the track. Braden is sitting at the end of pit road, whether or not, yeah, he is going out to qualify, and I believe he has a new paint scheme here tonight, the Nightmare Before Christmas paint scheme. Check that out real quick while we're watching qualifying going on. And Will Proulx says, let's go Andrew Melvin, get it done. Yeah, Melvin is sitting really good right now as far as points goes. So for him, all he needs to do is have a good finish and basically just move right on to the championship. See what that Flowmaster 37 can do. 3rd right now. Very nice time by him. See if he can improve that a little bit here, coming on to his 2nd qualifying lap. Third, back to 3rd again. Alright, see if anyone else is out there. Justin Michael having a hard time with this track right now. He's currently locked in, so he technically doesn't even have to be here tonight. I wonder if he might just start and park or try to battle this one out. Usually Justin was the hot runner for the truck series this year. As I said, he won Texas last week, but I don't know if Phoenix is going to be in his favor here tonight. See if he can pull out. Oh, no, he's getting loose. Oh, man. Wow, that is very unfortunate for him. Well, maybe. Well, right now he's starting 16th, so let's see. Yeah, he's gonna start 16th. So, it's gonna be interesting. Gonna be an interesting night for him to see if he can fight his way up to the front. As I said, him and Hess do not have to be here. They have made their way through the field, made their way to the top, and they're just hoping for a good finish. But tonight, I do believe, let me take a look at that, the 93 of Hank Allen is going to lead your pack off here tonight. That is very awesome. Hank Allen, fresh to the league. He's only been here less than a couple months, so very good for him to be up front here in this 93. And on the outside of him is Bubba May. Bubba has been making a name for himself here in the ECR, I can tell you that. Running all 3 series. Really fast guy. Just sometimes finds himself in a world of hurt. Not really his fault, though. And Earl says he just clutched the pole from O'Connor. Where is Jason sitting? Oh, way back. No, Jason's not in first. It's Stealth LX's Let's Go 72. So Jason, if you go back watch this, you got a couple fans out here. But no, Earl, IRTVO isn't right off the bat. It has to go a lap around and then it fixes everybody. So Hank Allen's actually leading your pack here tonight. And Dee is sharing on the 08 of Braden, her boyfriend, and the 37 of Andrew Melvin. Hopefully it's a good race out here tonight. Hopefully we don't see a lot of cautions. Although this is the final elimination, so these guys will be fighting quite a bit, I can tell you that. And we only see one chase racer up in the top 5 right now, so a lot to be earned here tonight. Yeah, Earl, it's just the overlay. It fixes itself once we go green. Pace car is in, and we are green flag racing here for the Lucas Oil 125 here at Phoenix. Josh Thaxton says, "Yay, Hank, for being up front." We got first caution already. Not even a lap, guys. Alright, let's see what the issue was. Oh. Big old cluster back here. Let's start with the 2. Wow. All right. Let's go here. Drop it down a few. It doesn't look like the field even made it through corner number 1. that looked like Susie maybe got a little bit of netcode and just became a pinball. Man, let's look at that from far chase real quick. Yeah, that looks like netcode. I mean, I don't understand why he would slip like that. The guy said the track was tight, but it shouldn't be like that coming right off the entrance. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna be sitting out for a while, but that's the beauty of Phoenix. I mean, either you're gonna get through the corner or you're not, and especially the way that this the track set up with these trucks here tonight. The guy said that it was very tight. Just sucks. And Earl says, good thing Hess is locked in. Yeah, as I said, Hess and 76 do not need to be here tonight. And Justin Michael, they really don't have to be, but basically just extra points at this point and owners points. Josh Thaxton says it looks like too much rear brake. It might have been. I mean, they're fixed setups, so who knows? He may have adjusted his in-car brake bias. About the only thing you can do. Brake bias and your actual wheel adjustment on the inside. Which I can show you guys real quick. I don't know if Hank touched his or not, but some of these tracks are set up so that your wheel is tilted going straight, tilted to the right a bit. And as you can see, Hank's is. So this is just a default setting he's using right now. Bring up Susie real quick and ask him. Susie, welcome to the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Was that netcode?
Nope. They jumped on the brakes pretty hard in front of me, and I recognized it was a chase guy in front of me, so I didn't want to run him over. So I got on the brakes pretty aggressive, and it just looped around.
Ah, man. That sucks. How much damage you got?
With the required and the optional, right around 9 minutes.
Well, that's not too bad. Sounds like you'll be able to get back out there, though.
Yeah, I'll just ride around for SR, see if I can't get Chad a couple more spots here. Just hate it for everyone that got tore up. Like I said, it was a chase driver in front of me, so I wanted to do everything I could to make sure I didn't wreck him out and mess up his chase hopefuls. I think the only other chase driver that might have got involved was Douglas, and he's already locked in, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that was the only people I affected in the chase scenario.
Alright, well, maybe we'll talk to you in a bit, and good luck trying to get back out there.
Yeah, 10-4, man.
That was the 81 Josh Susie. So you heard it. It was not netcode. It's just they chucked up real hard, and just unfortunate that sometimes, you don't have enough room to check up enough. And he didn't want to run him down because he was a chase driver. I don't blame him. If you're racing behind someone that is a chase driver, or racing with someone that's a chase driver, and you know that they really need this to move on, don't let them go by, slow right down, but, I wouldn't race against him as hard as I would somebody racing for points. Alright, let's see what these guys can do this time here. Back to green on lap 6. Let's see if we can make a green flag right out of this. And Braden really pushing it right now on that inside line. That's the best thing about this track, the restructure of this. You can use that dog leg and really kill that inside line and make a pass for a lot of positions. As you can see, Bubba May's been pushed back to third while Braden's up to second. And then you got Andrew Melvin back here sitting in 4th. I think he's just waiting his time, waiting for that right pit strategy to work out. D's asking how many cars are out. Let me take a look. Rob Haynes, John Cottle, Hess, and Reese all got damaged. So, about 5 trucks sitting on pit road right now. And Hank going for that outside line, keeping that outside line. But as I said, that dog leg, open dog leg like that, is hell of an advantage. Now the way this track, there isn't the old version of this track on here, which also has the road course on it. That dog leg does not exist, or not open, I should say, in the original version of this track. But Braden Ames getting the extra point here tonight, leading this race. Let's go ahead and take a look at a rear chase behind him. And from this view, you can see roughly the top 10 are trying to keep it single file. Way too early to be really pulling any stunts like, you know, going 3 wide, 4 wide, because you can, I mean, right from that angle, you can see how wide that open dog leg is. You could technically probably go 8 or 9 wide. Would I advise it? No. Never. Unless you were really confident you knew what the other people were doing, yeah, that's, even then, it's not a good thing, because that's going to bottleneck completely. Just moving on through the pack here. Some of these guys, a little bit of damage, not too much though. Louise out here a lap down. Louise, last minute came in, so good for him to be out here. And we have a new leader of 37, Andrew Melvin. Let's go ahead and ride on board and turn this on up. As we come across the start-finish line. And I was on board with your current leader, who currently does need a win, but, well, he doesn't, but he does need a win to move on to the next round of the chase, the final round of the chase. Yeah, Andrew moved right up there. I mean, started 3rd, moved back into 4th the last restart, but hopefully, as I said, you guys can see a green flag run here, and, see how these pit strategies work out, see how many people actually short pit, or if they pit for the entire fuel run, or if they do something really funky and just, you know, wait it out to see if there's a caution. I've seen it happen before. Sometimes it works out to your advantage, oftentimes not. And Justin Michael moved up 6 positions right now, up to 5th. So, again, he's already locked in, but hey, an extra win's an extra win in his book. Josh Mayo out in the number 61 Harley Davidson up here in 6th. Jameson Miller in the 51 Home Depot in 7th. Josh Sheets looking for that Cornerstone Church win. That would be the first win for him, I think, in a couple of years in ECR, I do believe. If he was able to pull this off, he is also contending for this chase spot. Got the 06 of Jeffrey Smith in 9th, and Trey Davis currently rounding out your top 10. Will Proulx in 11th, Jeremy Morrison in 13th, Jason O'Connor trying to look on the inside of Jeremy Morrison for that 12th position. I know Jeremy Morrison's got quite a bit of damage there, but I wonder if Jason can pull it off here, trying to get this extra position as they go into corner number 1. Nah, Jason's going to back off a bit. I think he's just waiting too early, as I said, way too early in the race to really do anything drastic. But this top 3 right now, I tell you what, Andrew Melvin, Braden Ames, and Bubba May, all neck to neck to neck, roughly the same distance in between each other, keeping their lines really intact and really not, pushing too hard, it looks like. So we'll go around, lap around with Bubba May just to see how close these lines actually are. See Braden trying to get on that lower line right on the apron. And it looks like Bubba's cutting in quite a bit more than Andrew and Braden, but he's still maintaining the same distance, it looks like. Hopefully this works out well for him. Hopefully the tires don't wear off too quick. It's 40 laps on fuel, but honestly, with the air temperature being as low as it is, and I still believe, yeah, it's still 66 degrees, so these tires aren't going to wear tremendously. I mean, they're technically, if they really pushed it, they could probably go a fuel run without tires or just take 2. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if these guys take 14-second pit stops or 8-second pit stops. Justin Michael still moving on up. He's going up to 4th, and he looks like he's currently catching the leaders. As you can see, his differential is getting down there quite a bit. He's gained 0.3 of a second right there, just on 3 and 4. So he's coming, and Andrew Melvin better look out. Hank Allen, who started first, sitting back here in 5th, just waiting. He just wants a good race. He's out here trying to have a good time, and he's definitely happy to be here racing at Phoenix at the very end of the season. Josh Sheets moved up 14 positions. He's currently sitting in 6, and I do believe he is 4th he's 4th on points right now. Let me go ahead and double check that. Yeah, so he needs to finish better than Will Proulx and Jason O'Connor in order to be in the championship before. So hopefully he can pull this off. I know sometimes he gets in a world of trouble out here, but looks like he's running pretty well tonight. He's been practicing a lot, wanting to make sure he's having a good run out there, and definitely good for him to be out here in 6th position in that Cornerstone Church truck. James Miller maintaining 8th position here. Will Proulx currently 11th. And it looks like Jason's still 13th back here. And look at that, number 2, Joshua Susie is back out on the track, but still a lot of damage. Jonathan Whalen out here in 14th. Louise in 15th, a lap down. Ed Adams 3 laps down in that number 46 Budweiser. Rob Haynes still on pits. And Daniel Reese in 18th, 20 laps down currently. And so isn't Susie 20 laps down. Man, Doug Hess 21 laps down. Still got a lot of front end damage going on. And Cottle has left Phoenix. I was watching Cottle a little bit during the practice run, and he wasn't having a very good time. He was trying, I can tell you that. He really was trying, but the tightness of the truck, it was, he likes the looser setups, I can tell you that. Justin Michael up here to third, just made a pass on Bubba May. So, as I said, he's looking for that first place position. And don't forget, guys, this series is brought to you by Pit Stop Designs. Make them your last pit stop on designing vehicles here on iRacing. Find them on Facebook at Pit Stop Designs, or contact Joey Stats on Facebook as well. And don't forget, we have our Cup Series on Wednesday, which is also here at Phoenix, and that is broadcasted over on the Ford Entertainment Group, but that is also sponsored by Pit Stop Designs. I also want to give a big shout out to Jaws Graphics, who was able to make this possible to broadcast the chase this season. And tomorrow night we will be at Phoenix as well in the Beeline Sims series. The classic B car duking it out at Phoenix, and that will be right here on the Broadcasting Network. So 3 straight nights in a row of pure ECR racing. I hope you guys are excited. I know I am. It's been a long season. It's been a good season, and hopefully we can finish this out really well. Justin has gained a lot of ground here tonight. But we went back to green on lap 6, so these guys are coming close to a fuel run. Lap 36 will be 30 laps on fuel, so I bet some of these guys have been running a little bit harder than they should, so you might start seeing pit stops here on lap 40. Maybe 41. All depends on that strategy. As I said, I'm just interested to see who actually takes 2 tires out here, if anybody takes 2. Someone might be crazy enough to. It depends on how well they can run a loose setup, because once you have so much wear in those tires, it's gonna be loose, you know. But with the temperature out here being as low as it is, I honestly don't think tire wear is going to be an issue. I think it's just going to be being able to manage your fuel and not overdriving the truck because it's tight, and basically running that dog leg faster than anyone else. It looks like Melvin is coming up on Susie right now. And I was wishing Susie would have a better night. He, you know, he comes out here week in, week out, tries to have a good race. For the most part, he does. But, you know, and he's a great racer. He's very competitive, but he's also very respectful. And, you know, as you heard him earlier, he didn't want to run over a chase racer. That's a lot of respect out there on the track. Some people, not here, but some people would find that and be like, oh, you're in the chase? I'm going to run you over anyways. But a lot of these drivers show a lot of respect out here. You know, some of these guys start out, don't know each other, especially in the beginning of each season. Last season we came in with 50 rookies, I do believe. So a lot of new faces around here, a lot of new driving styles. So it took a while for some of these people to get used to each other. It really did. And for the guys that came in later on in the season, you know, some of them were friends of the ones that had joined, so they ran similar styles and were part of the same team. So, and you see that throughout the race. I mean, some of these guys you'll see run the exact same line, pit the exact same time. It's good old buddy system here. You know, we got a lot of teams. It's just a matter of finding the right one that is the fastest, and that will get you a lot of good strategy, or let you have a lot of good strategy. As I said, I apologize for Todd not being here tonight. Just having technical issues, so Hopefully will be here tomorrow night for the Beeline race. And we have hit lap 40 here tonight of 125. Andrew Melvin has currently led 29 laps of this race. And I'm just going to pull up the old pit stop, see if anyone has gone in. It looks like Justin Michael has gone in. So hasn't Josh Sheets. Maybe they went on the... Nope, Josh Sheets is in now. Interesting. See what this is going to pull for him. And it looks like 4 and fuel for Josh Sheets. So, lap 41. A little bit of a short pit. 34 laps on fuel and tires. So, wonder if this is going to work out in his advantage. He's currently showing 14th, now 2 laps down. But if we manage to stay green, he should be able to get back out on the lead lap. That was from the previous pit. Had to be. So who else is going to start going in here tonight? It looks like we got 2 on pit road right now. Bubba May is one of them. Looks like 51 at Jameson Miller. '61 at Josh Mayu. And Hank Allen all in pits right now. See, Bubba just came out. Basically, the ones that are waiting are your top tier right now. Andrew Melvin, Brayden Ames, Justin Smith, Trey Davis all have not pitted yet. Let's go ahead and focus back on your leaders here as they are now coming down pit road. Almost identical pit stop. It looks like Brayden just got in there just a hair quicker than him. But let's see how this pit works out for both of them. Brayden with a 13.901 pit stop. And Andrew was able to get back out there before him, even though Andrew did have a longer pit stop. Wow, that's definitely something to see here. Justin Michael in the pits. Justin Smith is in the pits. Looks like repairing quite a bit of damage. His timer's still going up. Probably a little bit of wall damage, I would guess. Jeremy Morrison and Jason O'Connor now on pit road as well. Green flag pit stop, guys. And Jason, the extra point right there, he was waiting for it. 1 lap led. That will get him his extra point here tonight. Good for him. Now is the issue of lap traffic. Guys with old tires and guys that may not be able to get it out of the pit road smoothly. Got a lot of people laps down. So currently there are 9 trucks on the lead lap. Sorry, 10 trucks on the lead lap. With Jason O'Connor being your last one. Josh Sheets up to 5th place now. Bubba May up to 4th. Justin Michael maintained 3rd place. Brayden Ames back in 2nd. And Andrew Melvin still leading your race. Good racing out here, guys, really. That quick little caution wasn't really anybody's fault. I mean, just happens, get a little antsy, check up way too much, and then causes a whole chain reaction in the back of the field. So, it's bound to happen. We're going to go ahead and go to a quick commercial break brought to you by Pit Stop Designs. We have a caution. All right, let's see who that is on. These guys so spread out, I'm not sure who actually is the culprit. Let me go up and ask real quick. Hey guys, real quick, who was the caution caused by on that one?
45, you need to get up there so I can get these guys. Go.
Alright, 45. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. See what happens here with the 45. I may have rewound back just a bit too far. Well, that's quite alright. We can see how this all plays out. Well, no, I don't think the caution was on him because they're slowing down. Yeah, the caution was not on the 45. Alright, well that was false information. Not sure who that was on, guys. I apologize for that.
Because I'm fine.
My bad. Wrong button. Ah, 37. What happened with the 37D? See the one that actually caused it? I honestly don't think he did. Oh, he is getting the EOL. Alright, well, apparently... Ah, speeding in pits. Damn, well... There's still a lot of race left, guys. Still over half the race, so he should be good. Well, that puts Braden back into first, but he's got the 76 with Justin Michael on his outside. With Bubba May back up there, And look at that, Jason O'Connor's up there.
Green flag.
Sitting on the outside in 6th. But Braden get quite the push off there. Now that we're coming to the halfway point, these guys know that they need to battle for that position. Go on the tail of Braden Ames right now just to see. Oh, never mind. He looks like Justin Michael's trying to make a pass on the outside, but is not going to be successful there in corner number 4. See how close Justin Michael gets to Braden here, coming into the dog leg. Not as close as he was last lap, I can tell you that. So Bubba May back up here in 3rd. He's having a good night out here. Hank Allen back up to 4th. Josh Mayu in 5th. Andrew Melvin back up to 6th after that EOL speeding penalty. And Jason O'Connor in 7th, but he's got that extra point here tonight, and he needs a lot. Not a lot of points, but he needs quite a high amount to maintain a chase position. So Jamison Miller's back here in 8th, Jeremy Morrison in 9th. Luis Salmazo in 10th place right now, the number 1 Haas. Jeffrey Smith in 11th. Josh Sheets back here at 12th. He was up in 5th for a little while. Let's see if he can get back up there in that position. Trey Davis in 13th. Jonathan Whalens in 14th, the lap down. Hopefully he's able to get back on the lead lap. Ed Adams 3 laps down. I think he got into that first mess there, the very, very first caution. So he's been down quite a few laps here now for pretty much the entire race. And Justin Michael, your new leader here tonight. But Braden will not back down, and I think Bubba's looking to get back, at least get into first. Get an extra point here for him. Been quite a battle for the top 3. You can see Braden and Justin really hugged that yellow line. Bubba May coming up a little bit more than they did, but you know, he's still maintaining 3rd place, and he's still pretty much maintaining the same gap between him and Braden. So I think you're gonna see him really stay with these guys here for the rest of this race, unless something happens on this next pit stop. And Hank dropped down to 5th. Andrew Melvin, the number 37, moving back up to 4th place. And he's trying to catch these guys right now. Just moving back on through the field, see where everyone's sitting at. Josh Sheets back up to 10th. Hi, Dale Fan 88. How are you doing tonight? Oh, welcome to the Broadcast Network, and checking out the ECR race. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Rudy. Definitely appreciate the overlay. There have been some tweaks to it, of course. Did fix the ticker so it's stationary, and basically flips instead of actually going across. But no, really, definitely appreciate that, Rudy. Bubba May still putting on a fight for third place there. Looking to pass Braden. As long as he can maintain basically the same line throughout these next, I'd say about 10 laps or so, he might be able to catch Braden and pass him. And Rudy, congratulations there on your plaque there for all the donation work you do and charity work you do. My favorite driver as far as the league or as far as real life goes? There, Dale fan. Justin Michael found himself some lap traffic right now, the 83 of Will Proulx, which might have slowed him down a little bit because Braden looked like he was catching him. Hey, thanks there, Rudy, for the shout out there, the thumbs up. Tyler's saying, hey Scotty, looks like a solid top 4 there. Go 08 and 37. Yeah, definitely. These guys have been doing quite well out here. We've had, let's go ahead and take a little look. We've had 2 cautions, one right at the beginning and one about 15 laps ago. So they've had 1 green flag pit stop, which is nice, you know, especially at a track like this. But there's only 20 trucks here tonight, which, you know, half a field still leads to pretty good racing. Anytime, Rudy. Real life, I haven't followed NASCAR in really followed it in a long time, Dale. And then the league, man, it's hard to say. We really have a lot of great drivers out here, spread across all 3 series. So, to honestly pick a favorite, man, it's hard for me because there's a whole bunch of guys, as I said. You know, you got Braden Ames, you got Bubba May, Jeremy Morrison has, most of the time he has good luck. Josh Susie, Jameson Miller, even Justin Michael, you know, these guys are fast. These guys know how to run these trucks, run pretty much all 3 vehicles that we throw at them. So I really cannot pick a third, pick a true favorite. Yeah, he's making it back up there. He's back up to 4th. Bubba May really on that bumper, or trying to get on that bumper of Braden. Let's go ahead and take a look to see how he's managing to do that. Well, I don't know if he'll need a yellow. I think maybe this next green flag pit stop should do it. But they can only go 40 laps on fuel. So hopefully these guys went on that last pit stop and are able to make it at least not to short pit, but at least, you know, to 125 and run out on the line. We've seen it happen this year. You know, it's interesting to see some of these guys actually make that happen. They can't do their burnout, but they win the race. Yeah, Earl, I think you're right. Dale's fan says, I guess the 88 is the 08 is my driver. In the league or real life? Because if in the league, then that's definitely Braden Ames. Let's go ahead and take a look at your top 10 right now. We got Justin Michael in the 76, the Elevate of Braden Ames, 80 of Bubba May, 37 of Andrew Melvin, 93 of Hank Allen, 72 of Jason O'Connor is up to 6. Number 1 of Luis Salmazo is 7th. The 61 of Josh Mayo is in 8th. Well, nope. The 6 of Josh Sheets is in 8th. 61 of Josh Mayo is in 9th. And the 51 of Jamison Miller is rounding out your top 10. And you can see right now in the top 10, just looking at this, there's not a lot of distance between these top 3 right now. Oh, okay, Dale Fan says in the league. Very nice. So his favorite driver is the 08. These guys putting on a show right now, I can tell you that. Really running close together. I think they might be making Justin sweat a little bit. Braden there trying to get any leverage on him that he can. Trying to cut that inside. Not going to make it around this time. Getting low on that apron, but still maintaining that space. And I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but the scrubbing of the tires there, it shouldn't make a lot of difference here because, as I said, the track temperature is low, but still, just a little bit too much wear will cause you to become slower in a couple laps. It's incredible here. And Earl says he actually gains a 10th every 5 laps or so. Dale says bump and run, please. Oh, well, we don't really see too many bump and runs here. We see a lot of more give and take here than anything, especially in the truck series. Dave says the 08 is her favorite driver too. Well, I wonder why. Appreciate you guys chatting up a storm in here. Definitely like to reach out to the audience and anybody that's watching at home that hasn't chimed in. Definitely appreciate you guys being out here. Don't forget, tomorrow we are back here with the Beeline Sim Series, the B-Car on here on iRacing. And then Wednesday we are over on the Ford Entertainment Group with the Cup Series, and that is brought to you by Pit Stop Designs. The link is in the description below. And if you guys want to check out any cockpit views, look in the description right underneath this video and you'll find all sorts of cockpit views for these guys driving here tonight. Alright, so we are coming to lap 85. 40 laps to go. These guys either, well, they're not slowing down, so they're not pitting this time. But these guys should be coming into pit any time. And as you see, Bubba went in. A little bit of strategy there. Run these last 40 laps out. Hopefully have enough to get to the end. And there goes Justin Michael, even Braden out there by himself. Ooh, someone was coming in hot into the pits. Looked like Andrew Melvin was coming in quite fast. Hopefully he didn't get a black flag on that. Or else the 76 is great at defense. Braden will have to be patient. Yeah. The easiest place to pass is pit road. You are correct, but once these guys do their pits and come back around, they should be able to all be back, at least roughly most of them back on the lead lap. So Justin Michael had a 15-second pit stop. Andrew Melvin's got a 14.7. Louise is also in the pits. 15-second pit stop. Jameson Miller. These guys know it's coming down to the end of it. Hopefully they will stay green. He can't stay out much longer. This the way that we have this set up there, Dale Fan, is that we only run 50% fuel in the trucks. So 40 laps is about as good as you can get in the trucks here at Phoenix. Some other races it's a lot less than that. Some it's crazy, but your tires will run out way longer before. Appreciate the likes, guys. I see we got another like out there. So let's see who your leader is right now. And Josh Sheets. There he goes. Leading another lap. Or leading his first. Yeah, leading another lap. I was going to say, he led a lap earlier tonight on pit strategy. Yeah, they were so close. Oh, he had a good stop. Could have done the trick. You were right, yeah. Let's go to see who is your new leader now. But they're still 3 and 4 right there, right neck to neck. Trey Davis is in second. Jeremy Morrison getting the extra point here tonight with his first lap led. As I said, I talked about him earlier. You know, sometimes he gets in the stuff, other times he manages to see himself up front. So. No, Earl, 70, you're right, 76 does not make a lot of mistakes. He manages to go out there, have a clean race most of the time. You know, you guys are watching him qualify. He wasn't having a good, very good qualifying time. But, as you can see, his qualifying time didn't matter. He's led 27 laps in this race. He's battling right now, battling very hard for a position. So, and all it's good, I do believe it's going to come down to him and Braden. No matter who wins, unless something drastic happens between them, or they come up on lap traffic, or another caution comes out and they decide to go in for those fresh fours. I tell you what, Trey Davis and Jeremy Morrison I bet you are pretty happy to be up here tonight. Especially Jeremy Morrison started 17th, so for him to be in first like this, but he just wants to run away with it, but I don't think he can. Just on fuel, not that he isn't a good driver, but just on fuel. So top 10 hasn't changed too drastically. 72 Jason O'Connor is currently holding out the top 10 right now. I should say rounding out, not holding out. Man of many words, man of many wrong words. Sometimes. Who is the points leader? Well, right now, Douglas Hess is the points leader, and Jeremy's just going into pits. So that's going to put Justin Michael, I do believe, back in the first. But currently, Douglas Hess is your points leader here in the trucks here. Yeah, let's bring that up real quick as we're coming down to the last 30 laps. So right now, Douglas Hess and Justin Michael are locked in, so we're looking for the last 2 positions here tonight. And Andrew Melvin, Josh Sheets, Will Proulx, and Jason O'Connor round out the rest of the round of 6. Glad to see these guys racing really hard out here tonight. Really clean, I should say, and hard. You know, there's hard racing where it's just crazy. There's a lot of cautions, and then there's hard racing where you guys actually, you know, give each other room out on the track. and still manage to fight for a position. So you see a lot of that throughout all 3 series here in ECR. We will have an interview as long as everyone stays with your chase drivers. Who is the 8? Didn't make it? Jason O'Connor up to 8th now, getting 2 position. Yeah, I think he just missed it. Braden missed the starts by 2 weeks. Dale's asking why the 08's not in the chase. Yeah, I think he missed it by 2 weeks. Hey, it wasn't very long. And I tell you, it does not take long to go a substantial amount of laps down here, especially on green flag runs. You see some of these guys are 2 to 3 laps down, if not more. Oh, Josh Sheets spinning. Let's see if he actually hit anything. I don't think he did. Trying to catch up to Louise, sitting in 7th. Got a little tight coming off that apron. Didn't hit a thing. Well, hopefully he'll be able to make up a few positions here before the race ends. And Andrew Melvin now fighting with Bubba May for a position. Message retracted. Alright. Andrew Melvin up to the 3rd now. And Braden and Justin still battling it out. Douglas Hess still sitting in the pits. It's actually right on board Braden just to see how he's managing to wheel his truck here, sitting behind Justin Michael. Dale says, "Go, Braden." See, he's maintaining a pretty smooth line out here. Still keeping about 1/10 to 2/10 of a second behind Justin Michael, and now they're really coming up on some traffic. Got 4 trucks right in a row that they'll be coming up on. Andrew, though, he's currently 2.4 seconds behind Justin, so it's he's trying to gain a little bit. As you can see, his car in front at the very bottom, car in front is still between 2 and 2.1 tenths of a second, so he's trying to actually catch Braden. He might. I mean, there's a whole 2 tenths of a second lost or gained right there. So I think this lap traffic is having a little bit of play with that, but hopefully it's not too bad. Earl says the 08 has been pretty impressive since he's joined the league. Should be a good battle. It has been, honestly. I could say that it has been. He shows not aggression, but I'm trying to think of the word for it. Consistency. Shows a lot of consistency, especially these last couple of weeks that he's been racing. This whole chase, very, very consistent. As I said, it's just unfortunate that he was unable to make the chase due to our restrictions on how many starts that you have to have. I don't know if you will use the bumper there, Dale. You know, I've seen him get right up on the bumper, but you know, still maintain that distance. As I said, a lot of give and take. Get a quick look at your top 10 here as we come down to the last. Coming down to the last 10 laps here, we've got 13 laps left to go. No, I think you're right, Earl. Yeah, no, he's pretty straightforward, pretty clean. Not like that just to bump someone out of the way. Especially with 76 being a chase contender, even though he is locked in. I don't see that happening. Yeah. Earl's right, it will happen clean. There is a huge amount of respect between all three series. You see Justin scrape the wall a little bit coming out of that corner. It's going back on through. Daniel Race 22 laps down. Josh Susie 22 laps down. Will Proulx 15, Rob Haynes 12, Ed Adams 4 laps down, Jeffrey Smith 3 laps down, Jonathan Whalen as well, Jeremy Morrison 1 lap down, now 2, same with Trey Davis and Josh Mayo, Jamison Miller, and Jason O'Connor sitting in 8th, a lap down. Wow. Hank Miller in 7th. Josh Sheets back up to 6. Luis Salmazo still maintaining 5th. Bubba May up in 4th. Andrew Melvin still 3rd place. And of course Braden Ames and Justin Michael battling it out for these last 10 laps here to go at Phoenix. I do believe you are correct on that, D. I do believe 08 has one Kansas. I'm not sure if it was this series or the B series or the Cup.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh man, a caution. With less than 10 laps to go. Alright, let's see if we can find it. Susie, maybe? Dale fan says at least it's not like Chase Elliott's struggle for a first win. No. Yeah, because, so, it's funny the way that some tracks are set up here on iRacing as far as what they consider raceable ground. And it just so happens anything below the apron here at Phoenix, because the way the dog leg is set up, is raceable ground. So Josh stopping on the track like that did bring out the caution. It's weird again how those are set up. But we got the leaders coming down onto pit road. Let's see what happens. Justin Michael with 2. Brain Ames with 2. Andrew Melvin with 2. Bubba May with 2. Josh Sheets with 4. Hank Allen with 2. And everyone else with 4. Or at least that was on the lead lap. Interesting. Just the right sides. Let's bring up Andrew. No, let's bring up Bubba May real quick. Bubba May, welcome to the broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
Sure do. How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. Hell of a race you've been putting out there tonight. It's currently sitting in 5th. How you feeling right now with 5 laps to go?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm real glad that we were able to have the same plan as the other guys as far as right sides. We made some adjustments here, so we're gonna see how that plan pans out for the next few laps.
Man, hopefully. I know you got Andrew Melvin is gonna be on your outside there. How's that? And how's that making you feel right now with him on your outside?
Andrew's real tough, man. He's real good. Raced me real clean and been somebody that I've been able to base my line off of. So I don't know, man. We're gonna see what we can get done tonight. It's been fun.
Yeah, no, it's been a great race to call. It's been nice to see you guys give a lot of room out there, a lot of give and take, and it's nice to see that in a league like this.
Definitely is. We enjoy it.
Well, all right. Well, good luck on these last 5 laps to go.
Appreciate it.
And number 80, Bubba May, currently going to start on the inside line, sitting in 5th. And it looks like we have a new leader. Luis Salmazo, the number 1. Did he decide to stay out? Interesting. And Dale Freeman says, Bubba, you can win. I know Bubba goes back and watches these, so make sure to give a shout out. And Earl says 72 and 83 must win situations. Not necessarily. 72, yes. 83, no. He just needs to place really high. And the pace car is in, and we are going to be 4 to go here as we come back green. 4 to go. And Louise leading off this pack.
Yellow flag is out.
That's going to be it. That's going to be all she wrote. Louise wins the race. We do not do yet green, white checkered here in ECR. Someone had a bad restart. Oh man, no, that looks like Jason. Yep, he got loose. Oh, knocked himself in the sheets and into 33 of Daniel Reese. All teammates there. Yep, that's it. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at your results here tonight at Phoenix. Yeah, pit strategy. It was a good win for Louise. Yeah, Dale, I know it sucks, but we do not do green white checkered. So All right, so your winner tonight here, the number 1, Luis Salmazo, followed by the 76 of Justin Michael, the 08 of Braden Ames, 37 of Andrew Melvin, the number 93 of Hank Allen, number 80 of Bubba May, number 6 of Josh Sheets, number 70 of Trey Davis, and number 45 of Jeremy Morrison, and the number 72 of Jason O'Connor rounding out your top 10. Followed by the 51 of James Miller, the 61 of Josh Mayo, 85 of Jonathan Whalen, the 06 of Jeffrey Smith, the 46 of Ed Adams, the 68 of Rob Haynes, 83 of Will Proulx, 33 of Daniel Reese, number 2 of Josh Susi, number 31 of Douglas Hess. And John Cottle did not finish. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. Yeah. No, they're too close on points to have that many chances. To take too many chances, yeah. No, you are correct on that. So let's go ahead and pull up the 08 Braden Ames. Braden Ames, welcome to the broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
10-4.
Man, what a race out there between you and Justin Michael tonight.
Oh, I would definitely have to agree. He ran fast, and that dude's just so dang consistent. And it was just fun up there running. And I think when I had pitted a lap after him, and I ended up coming up right behind him. I was hoping that those 1 lap fresher tires would help out, and I tried to just ride behind him and save a little bit, but that caution ended up coming out, and Luis made the perfect call, which was amazing. So
yeah, I was really surprised he stayed out, but you can see it worked in his favor. But the rest...
Oh yeah, and if the caution would have came out, I would have thought it would have came between me and Justin Michael, and either way, I mean, he made the right call at the right time and ran a great race.
And you got a fan in here, says Dale fan number 88. He says good job.
Awesome. Well, thank you for rooting me on, and thanks to everybody who watches and roots for me.
Awesome. Well, big congratulations to you. Too bad you're not a Chase contender, but still, hell of a run out there.
Oh, I can't wait for next season.
I hear you there. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and move you up and bring down Justin Michael. Justin Michael, welcome to the broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I was just telling Braden, a hell of a run between you two here tonight. You were holding them off, but he was catching you, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, we looked like we were pretty even the first half of the run. He would get a little better at the end, so never really got a chance to have a full fuel run though to see how it would pan out.
I was hearing a full fuel run. It was only 40 laps, but I think you guys short pitted like a couple times.
Well, I pitted there in that first yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last green flag pit stop, it was 75 to go when we went green, so we just kind of split it down the middle.
What's your thoughts next week on Homestead, considering you are locked in already?
Well, just try to stay out of trouble and try to beat 3 other guys, and that's all we need to do. See what happens.
Well, all right. Well, good luck to you, and maybe we'll definitely talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Luis Salmazo beating the piss out of the truck. How are you doing tonight?
What's up, Scotty?
Man, you pulled it off with the right strategy right there. Stayed out, waited, and, we don't do green-white checkered. Bet you're pretty happy right now.
Yeah, talk about being luck.
But even then, you were coming up through the race. You were getting back up to the top 5 there pretty quickly, so and definitely a contender for being up front.
Yeah, I was praying for a caution when we last pitted. I was checking the gas, thought that we had gas to go all the way, but the top 4, they're just gone. So there was no way I'm going to get to them unless there was a caution. And as we were getting closer and closer and closer to the end, I said, all right, caution's probably not coming. And even if it does come, I don't think anybody's going to pit because no one's going to risk track position. All of a sudden, there's a caution, and I'm going through the front straight. I see everybody into the pit. I said, no way everybody pitted, right? And someone stayed out because someone probably needs this win to get locked in. And all of a sudden, I'm in front. I said, all right, maybe someone's going to make a mistake and there's going to be a crash. So I did the one thing that I could, was trying to get a straight shot and go as straight as possible on the restart, not to burn my tires or do anything like that. When we got out of one, I saw Justin was already almost side by side, and then I said caution. I said, all right, cool. Someone smiled at me, and today was the day.
Hey, it worked out for you. You were excited for tomorrow's race. That's your championship.
Yeah, the whole point on racing tonight was just to get a little bit used to the track, and like there's a long time since I race here. I didn't race the ones at the beginning of the year, so it's been a long time coming to Phoenix. So it was just more to get a feel back for the track. Even though the braking points are a little bit different, and I'm not sure if we're racing on day or night, but just to get a feel for the lifting, letting the car roll around, was more just to get track time. And tomorrow, the good thing is that I don't need to win, but I cannot be careless tomorrow. So hopefully we can get a very solid race, play the competition, and then go be stupid in Miami, do whatever we can to win.
Exactly. I mean, Dale fans saying good strategy, Louise, for doing that. So definitely kudos to you on doing that. But we're gonna bring down the rest of the Chase contenders, and maybe we'll talk to you tomorrow, Louise.
10-4, hope so, but hope so.
All right, congratulations. All right, so we need Andrew Melvin. Let's see, we need Josh Sheets. And I don't know if Hess is still here. I do not see Douglas Hess, so we got Andrew Melvin and Josh Sheets in the booth. You two have moved on to the championship before, here for the Pit Stop Design 2017 Truck Series in ECR. How do you guys feel right now?
Relieved.
Speechless.
Yeah, I know, Josh, you were talking earlier, like, well, I don't know if, because usually, O'Connor was running really good. Will was running pretty good here tonight, so they were both really contending for this, but unfortunately, it is what it is. You got to have a cutoff, and they were it. Josh, what are your thoughts on Miami?
Well, I can't really think of Miami without thinking of Daytona, man. At the beginning of this season, it was rough for me. I didn't have the right equipment to do this type of racing. I would come in, do a starting part, finishing last the first 3 races, then missing several races first half of the season, then came in and able to actually make the chase is a feat on its own. But having 2 other teammates of S&M Motorsports here in the chase with me, it was very comforting that all 3 of us passed the first round. That's another feat. Then it just came down to us here in this last round of 6, and 2 of us had to go there after the bad luck O'Connor and Proulx had at Martinsville. Is just one of the things where you either had to be a owner or a driver. I chose to be a driver, but yeah, I mean, Homestead is going to. Yeah. The silence says all.
No, I had to restart the stream real quick because
Oh snap!
The internet decided to die on me. But the silence wasn't because of that. The silence was just me trying to restart. No, I was talking earlier to the audience who didn't know if you had won a race yet for ECR, but there's that one. That's all you need.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to end this season and go out with a bang and win at Homestead. We'll just see what happens. I've been known to get aggressive when I have to, and I haven't had to in the past, I don't know, couple of seasons. So we'll see what happens.
All right, awesome. Glad to hear from you, Josh. Definitely congratulations to you for making it into the championship before. Andrew, your take on next week?
Kind of like Josh, in the same position. Haven't really tested too much there. Ran one test session there, and it was a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. So it's gonna be interesting to see what this next week has for practice, and put in a lot of time to get used to the line and make sure that I can get everything I can get out of the truck.
Awesome, awesome. Anything else you want to add to that?
Wish I didn't throw that race away tonight, man. I'd sped on pit road, and I was kicking myself as soon as I got the penalty.
Yeah, we were talking about it in the chat, and they, D was talking about it, and Cody Perverse was talking about it. Just, just one little bit. That's all it takes. But still managed to get into the championship. So you got to look at that as well.
Yep, we'll move on, and we'll focus on next week and see what we can do.
Earl says tisk tisk. All right, man. Hopefully you have a good night, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks. Have a good one.
All right, and that's going to be it here tonight, folks, for the ECR Pit Stop Design Truck Series. Join us tomorrow at 9:19 p.m. Eastern, 8:19 p.m. Central for the Beeline Sim Series with B cars at Phoenix. Their final elimination race. Let's see how that turns out for them. Thank you guys all for watching. You guys have a great night.